One of these 4 cars has been driven past 1,000,000 miles, on the original engine, on the original transmission, and the owner spent less on repairs over 9 years than most people spend on a single brake job on a BMW. That's not a typo. Another one costs $362 a year to maintain. Total. That's less than your monthly coffee habit. And the third one? I had a customer roll into my shop last month with 287,000 miles on it. He wasn't there for a repair. He was there for an oil change. That's it. After 20 years of turning wrenches, I've watched thousands of cars come through my shop. Some of them come back every 3 months with a new problem. Others? I see them once a year for maintenance, and that's it, for a decade straight. Today I'm counting down the 4 affordable cars that mechanics swear never break down. And number 1 on this list is the one that got me into an argument with a dealership service manager, because I told a customer to skip the $2,400 repair he was trying to sell. I'll tell you exactly what happened. We're counting down from 4 to 1, and I'm saving the car that shocked me most for last. Each one gets a shop story, the real maintenance numbers, and a specific tip you can use the next time you're car shopping. Pay attention to number 2, that one's going to change how you think about Honda. And later in this video, I'm going to show you a $12 part that prevents a $3,800 repair. But you need the context first, so stick with me. Entry number 4, Mazda 3. Number 4 is the one nobody talks about, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. The Mazda 3. If you're searching for a reliable sedan under $15,000 that'll actually make you enjoy driving to work, this is your car. Most people walk right past these on the used lot because they're shopping for Civics and Corollas. 3 out of 4 mechanics at a shop in West Springfield, Massachusetts ranked Mazda as the 3rd most reliable brand they service, right behind Toyota and Honda. Consumer Reports gave the 2014 through 2018 Mazda 3 a perfect 5 out of 5 reliability score. RepairPal puts annual maintenance at $433, that's under $40 a month. Now here's what makes the Mazda 3 special from a mechanical standpoint. While every other manufacturer in this price range went to CVT transmissions, that's the continuously variable transmission, basically a belt and pulley system, Mazda stuck with a conventional 6-speed automatic with actual gears. Every mechanic I know trusts real gears over a CVT. That's not a preference. It's a repair bill waiting to happen versus one that isn't. The Skyactiv G engines run the highest compression ratio of any production gasoline engine, 13 to 1, and they do it without turbocharging. No turbo means no turbo failures, no wastegate issues, no boost leaks. Just a naturally aspirated engine doing its job. One owner reported 307,000 miles on the original 2.0-liter without cracking the engine open. A used 2015 Mazda 3 starts around $7,450. That's the cheapest entry point on this entire list. You're paying Nissan Versa money for Honda Civic reliability with a car that actually handles well. Who should buy it? If you want reliability and you want to feel something when you turn the steering wheel, this is your car. If you want the absolute lowest entry price for a car that'll last 200,000 miles, look no further. Who should skip it? If you need maximum backseat room or you want the biggest resale community for parts and support, the next 3 cars have that edge. Mechanics verdict. The Mazda 3 is the car mechanics secretly drive when they don't want to admit they picked something fun over something boring. $433 a year. You'll spend more on oil changes for a German car than you'll spend on everything for this one. Now, that was the surprise pick. The next 3? These are the ones that have earned their reputation in every single shop I've ever worked in. And number 3 has one specific catch that nobody warns you about. Entry number 3, Honda Civic. Number 3 is the Honda Civic, and before you say, obviously, hear me out, because there's a specific version of this car you need to avoid and a specific version that'll outlast your mortgage. I've worked on maybe 300 Civics over the years. RepairPal rates it number 3 out of 36 compact cars, with annual maintenance of $368. That's $6 more than a Corolla. The probability of a major repair in any given year is just 7%. And a 2006 Civic hit 1,001,043 miles on the original engine and original transmission. 1,000,000 miles. That engine never came apart. The 2016 through 2018 Civic came with a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine that has a documented fuel and oil dilution problem. Unburned fuel slips past the piston rings into the crankcase, especially in cold climates with short trips. Honda knew about it. They extended the warranty to 6 years with unlimited mileage for those models and issued software fixes. If you're buying a used Civic from those years, pull the dipstick. If the oil level is above the full mark and it smells like gasoline, walk away. The fix? Buy the 2.0-liter naturally aspirated version. That's the base LX and Sport trims. No turbo, no dilution issue, same bulletproof Honda engineering. Or grab a 2019 or newer 1.5T, Honda revised the piston rings and the engine computer mapping, and the problem went away. A 2019 Civic with the 2.0-liter runs about $15,250 used. The 2017 with the same engine is closer to $13,000. That's a lot of car for the money. Who should buy it? If you want Honda reliability, a massive community for parts and advice, and you pick the right engine, you're set for 250,000 miles without drama. Who should skip it? If you live in Minnesota and you're eyeing a 2017 EX Turbo as a short commute car, please pick the 2.0L instead. Mechanic's verdict: the Civic is a 250,000-mile car. If you buy the right engine, get that part wrong, and you'll be fighting an oil dilution headache that Honda themselves had to admit was real. Quick one. If this kind of straight talk is helping you out, hit subscribe. I've got more of these coming, and I promise you the dealership isn't making videos like this. Entry number 2, Honda Accord. Number 2 is the car that made me rethink what a midsize sedan could do. The Honda Accord. RepairPal ranks the Accord number 1 out of 24 midsize sedans. Not number 3, not top 5, number 1. Annual maintenance, $400. Probability of a severe repair, 9%. Those numbers alone should end the conversation. I had a customer, I still remember this. He brought in a 2014 Accord with a 2.4-liter K24 engine at 243,000 miles. He came in for a noise. I put it on the lift, expecting the worst. Turned out to be a loose heat shield on the exhaust. $85 fix. The engine was clean, the transmission shifted smooth, the suspension was tight. At 250,000 miles. I told him that car had another 100,000 in it easy, and he looked at me like I was lying. That K24 2.4-liter is one of the best naturally aspirated 4-cylinders ever built for a passenger car. Timing chain, forged steel connecting rods, IVTC variable valve timing, aluminum block. Multiple confirmed examples past 500,000 miles. The 2013 through 2017 Accord with this engine is your sweet spot, proven drivetrain, no turbo complexity, and used prices starting around $10,900 for a 2015. Now, the 2018 and newer Accord switched to the 1.5-liter turbo as the base engine. Same engine I just warned you about in the Civic. Same oil dilution caveat applies. If you're buying a 2018 Plus Accord, the 2.0-liter turbo in the higher trims is the better bet. It's based on the Civic Type R engine and it's built tougher. Who should buy it? If you need a mid-size car that fits a family, handles highway miles, and you want Honda's parts network behind you for 300,000 miles, the Accord is it. Especially the 2015 through 2017 with the K24. Who should skip it? If you want a small car for city parking or you're on a strict $8,000 budget, the Mazda 3 or an older Corolla makes more sense. Mechanic's verdict: the Accord is the car I'd hand the keys to my kid and say, just change the oil. Here's the mechanic math. You'll spend more on gas over its lifetime than you will on repairs. I'm not joking. Before I show you number 1, take a guess. Drop it in the comments. I'll bet most of you already know what it is, but I guarantee you don't know the reason it's number 1. That's the part that got me into trouble. Entry number 1, Toyota Corolla. Number 1, the car that's been sitting in plain sight your entire life. The Toyota Corolla. I know what you're thinking. That's the most boring car on the road. You're right. It is the most boring car on the road. And that's exactly why it's number 1. RepairPal ranks the Corolla number 1 out of 36 compact cars. Not number 3. Not top 5. Number 1. Annual maintenance, $362. That is the lowest of any car on this list and one of the lowest of any car in production. The probability of a major repair? 7%. The industry average is 12%. Toyota's 2ZR-FE 1.8-liter engine in the 2014 through 2019 Corolla is port-injected, no carbon buildup issues, uses a timing chain you'll never replace, and runs naturally aspirated with 0 turbo failure modes. There is nothing on this engine that wants to break. I've had Corollas on my lift at 280,000 miles and the only things I've replaced are wear items, brakes, tires, maybe a starter motor. The engine itself? Still running like it did at 30,000. Now here's where it gets wild. IC Cars analyzed nearly 400 million vehicles and found that Toyota has a 17.8% chance of reaching 250,000 miles. The industry average? 4.8%. That's 3.7 times more likely to cross the quarter-million-mile mark than the average car on the road. Victor Shepard drove his 2007 Toyota Tundra, same family of engines, to 1 million miles. Toyota gave him a new truck. He drove that one to 1 million miles too. A customer brought his 2016 Corolla into the dealership for a routine service. The service advisor tried to sell him a $2,400 package: new spark plugs, transmission flush, coolant flush, brake fluid flush, cabin filter, engine filter, fuel injection cleaning. I looked at the invoice. Half of those services weren't due for another 40,000 miles. The spark plugs Toyota puts in these cars are iridium, rated for 120,000 miles. His car had 58,000. I told the customer to walk. The service manager wasn't happy. But that's the truth about Corollas. They need so little maintenance that dealerships have to invent work to justify the visit. A 2017 Corolla runs about $12,200 used. A 2018 is around $12,650. With Toyota Safety Sense standard from 2017 on, you're getting automatic emergency braking, lane departure alert, and adaptive cruise control in a car that costs less than a decent used truck. Who should buy it? If you want to buy a car, change the oil, and forget it exists for 250,000 miles, this is the answer. If you want the single lowest cost of ownership of any car you can buy today, this is it. If you hate dealerships and you want a car that genuinely does not need them, this is the one. Who should skip it? If you want a car that makes you feel anything other than reliable when you turn the key, keep looking. If you need backseat room for adults, get the Camry. If you want to actually enjoy driving, that Mazda 3 from earlier has your name on it. Mechanic's verdict: the Corolla will outlive your car payment, your student loans, and 3 sets of tires. I've seen timing chains in these outlast 2 owners and a divorce. It is the single most boring, most reliable, most financially intelligent car purchase you can make. That's why it's number 1. So those are the 4 cars that have earned legendary status in every shop I've ever worked in. The Mazda 3 for the driver who wants reliability without the boredom. The Civic for the Honda loyal who picks the right engine. The Accord for the family that wants to buy once and drive forever. And the Corolla for anyone who wants to spend the absolute minimum keeping a car alive for 250,000 miles. You now know more about what actually lasts than 90% of the people walking onto a dealer lot this weekend. Use it. Now, if you want to know which cars to absolutely avoid, the ones I refuse to work on because the repairs cost more than the car is worth, I made a whole video breaking that down. It's right here. Watch it before you make a $15,000 mistake. That's 20 years of experience talking. Like and subscribe if this helped you make a better decision, and I'll see you in the next one.